Well, the dually is officially leveled. And if you watched my last video, I did say I wasn't happy with it. And I'm gonna unpack that in this video. Now, we just got our RV back. I can't wait to go over some of the videos with our first renter for our RV, the small one here. And we actually have someone coming this weekend to pick it up yet again. So it's starting to pick up traction, guys. If you want some extra income, there are some opportunities out here. And let me quickly address the white truck. So the white truck, I promise you guys, the white truck will be starting testing either this week or next week. Sorry about that. So stay tuned. This truck's getting dropped off actually tomorrow, which is why I'm doing this video right now, because I won't have it for a while. And I wanted to show it to you guys with the stock wheels in the event that you don't want to get big tires, you just want to level with the regular tires. Alrighty, so I got some great views out here, so I figured I'll pull the truck out in this area. That way we don't get distracted. Now here is the truck. I think it looks amazing. You can actually tell right now that it's leveled. Now when I first picked up the truck, it did not look that way. But on this side, it did look leveled. So one thing I like to do sometimes if I'm working with someone for the first time, I'll kind of act dumb just to kind of see if I can trust somebody. And the shop that I went to, they did a great job. And the only issue I had with them was I did not want an alignment when I picked it up. I said, can you guys hold off on the alignment? Because I knew I was going to get the 37s put on probably within a couple weeks. So I said, just wait until I get the tires. Their service writer at the shop was like, I strongly recommend you get alignment today. It's not good for you to get anything done to the suspension and not have an alignment. Now again, I don't care about these tires because I know they're getting taken off and I'm not going to ever probably use them again. But with that being said, I did not want that done because I just wanted to wait until the tires were going to get put on and that way it can be done at the same time. Now I didn't know this, and this is why I wasn't happy with the level. Number one, this side was lower than the other side, which is why when I first got it, I didn't think that they even leveled it. So I actually went under and checked to make sure they added the keys or something. Again, I have no reason to believe they're not trustworthy. It was just the truck was not that high on this side. And I learned something new every day with Chevy trucks. When you get a level, you don't have to go the maximum amount of height. You can actually adjust it as you wish. So I recommend getting a 3-inch level and not go 3 inches. So that's the cool thing about this truck is I had no idea. The only problem is because this side was kind of low, the guy told me when I texted him, I said, hey, the truck's not fully like 100% level on both sides. He said, well, you can actually raise the other side, but if you do, you just need to come back and get an alignment. And full disclosure, my horns came out. I was like, are you kidding me? I did not want an alignment because of this. And I paid for it. And now you're telling me that my truck is kind of lopsided and because I had to raise it up, I have to pay for the alignment? Now, he hasn't said that yet, but when I take this truck in to get everything done, they're the ones going to be putting the tires on for me. So I'm going to ask him to give me a free alignment, or I'm not going to say free because nothing's free. I'm going to say give me a complimentary alignment because I didn't want one the day you gave it to me because of this one reason. And so because the truck was a little lopsided, I think they're going to work with me. I'm not like too worried about it, but the reason why I'm doing this video is to help you out. If you're looking to get a Chevy or GMC, before you get an alignment, I would probably drive at least 10 miles and let the truck settle and then bring it back, measure, make sure both sides are at the same height, and then, you know, let them do the alignment. I mean, you don't have to wait a day or go a long distance. I think it does kind of settle pretty quickly. But all in all, I am really happy with this truck. Like, this is a great like style for a dually. And I have to admit something real quickly. Some of you guys are gonna laugh at me. I think this truck looks great now with the chrome. Having the level makes this truck look totally different in my mind. I don't know why, but I actually like the chrome now. But don't worry, I'm still gonna black it all out. This truck's gonna get completely redone. Listen, you have to give it to Chevy with this refresh. the new 18s with this new front end, it does look fire. Like, all jokes aside, the Cognito level just really brought this truck to life in my mind. But you guys can see right there, everything's done. And I don't think they had to cut, by the way. I had mentioned that they were going to have to do a cut. And I don't think they did because it looks like it cleared. Yeah, because they were supposed to cut right there. But it looks like they didn't have to do that. So someone had said in the comment section that they didn't have to cut, and it looks like that's the case. And you can see the spacer on the shock there. You kind of can see it. It's like under right there. But everything looks good. And there's just two nuts. If I remember, I'll show it to you because I'm not getting on the ground out here. But yeah, it's just two nuts you have to turn. I just did this side here. I just turned it like, I think 3 turns. And it was like perfectly level at that point. Now, some of you might be wondering, how much did I level the truck? The leveling kit was 3-inch level. However, this is not maxed out. One thing that the guy said at the shop was, they don't like to go full level because it rides terribly. So he told me the reason why they only do 7 turns, because he did tell me this when I picked it up, they only do 7 turns because they want to make sure that, you know, the ride is still good for the customer. So that's why they didn't go all the way. But they said the more you go, the stiffer it gets. But I'm happy with this, guys. Like, I think that this truck looks fire. And I just can't wait now to see it completely done. Like, I know some of you guys are just as excited as I am. Like, you don't understand. Like, you can't be more excited than me. Like, I am the most impatient person. I don't know why I order cars. But let's go ahead and measure real quickly so you guys can see how much it went up. I measured 40 inches when it was stock. And we'll go for a quick drive, and then I'll pretty much end this video. Alrighty, guys. So I'm having some issues. In the future, when I do my measurements, I'm going to show you guys how I have to do it with the dualies, because these big old ornaments for these center caps are really hard to like decipher. So here we go. It looks like 42 1/4. I just checked the footage. It's really hard to see, but I was using this line right here basically. And in the future, I'll just go from here because this sticks out so much that it puts it so far from the fender you can't really see the measurement that well. But we're going to use 42 1/4, which is basically 2 1/4 inches higher than stock. So yeah, I basically can go another 3/4 if I want to. And you guys can really tell that it's a little nose high, a little. Here it is. Well, you guys can see it. So yeah, it's definitely, it's level for sure. But I can go another 3/4 of an inch. But the problem with that is, if I do, it'll be nose high. And right now, if I add either timberings, which are the upgraded bump stops, or airbags, I can still kind of keep the truck level the way it is right now. But honestly, I actually like a little bit of squat. I think that it does tow a little bit better that way too. And I will be showing you guys some footage, probably before this video, of how much my fifth wheel squats it, which is like right there. And if you're wondering how to adjust the height on the front, you see the transfer cases right there, and you see that bolt, that's the torsion key, and there's one on the opposite side basically. You can see it bolt all the way down there. That's how you adjust it. Really easy to do. But now we know it looks good, but how does it ride? I don't think it rides any different. My wife drove with me in the truck when we first picked it up to see, and she said the same thing. She didn't really notice that the truck rode any different from stock. And when you're driving the truck, you can really tell now it is a little nose high, but it does ride exactly the same. Like, I really don't feel any different. But if I were to go to like 3 inches, it probably will get a little bit stiff, but we're not gonna do that. I think this is perfect height. And hopefully the 37s will clear. It looks like I'll have enough room. It might rub a little bit, but we'll see. I'm really looking forward to it, guys. Like, really excited about this. Lastly, the steering wheel doesn't shake. It's nice and straight. And I think that the Cognito is a great level. And imagine if I had gotten Fox shocks. I think it would have made this ride even better. So if you have the big bucks, if you want to get the, you know, the big boy shocks and really do it up, I mean, you have those options with Cognito. But hope you guys like the content. I've been watching this content like a hawk. I get double the subscribers per video compared to any other content that I've done in the past. Like, if you look at it for like a week's time frame, this truck gets more subscribers. So I can ask this right now. If you love the truck content that you're seeing here, I can assure you guys, I buy these trucks because I want to create content. The reason why I didn't wait on the Ford truck is because it's not here and I need to do something in the interim. So hopefully, if this content builds and I get the viewership, I can still get the Ford truck, but it has to make sense financially. So again, I know a lot of people watch my channel. I have a lot of returning viewers. I can show you the analytics. Here it is. If you are watching my channel, if you're seeing the videos and you're clicking on them and you're not subscribed, just subscribe to the channel. It will help everybody because I haven't said anything. I want to do something really crazy with the gas truck. And a couple of you guys know what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to talk about it because I can't afford to do it anyway. So there's no need to talk about it right now. But in the future, if we can build this channel, I can do some really cool things if I'm making the income because I want to support the channel. And so I got to pour back into it. But this is my main source of income too, so I also have a family to feed. So if you're watching the channel anyways, go ahead and subscribe, turn on bell notifications. I'm telling you, this truck content is going to be fire. It's going to be the only one out there. At least until, well, I can't say that because it's not done yet, but hopefully it'll be the only one out there for a little bit. And then I'm sure more people will get their dualies and do the same thing. So it's going to get all blacked out. It's going to be 101. Be sure to lock in. See you guys soon.